Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Oh gosh, I already know I'm gonna lose I can feel it. Immediately, it was like opening a magic box. Whew. I can feel it. I just had a random thought. This thing on it says the full moon. The full moon is September 17th. Stephen's hearing is September 19th. And then it immediately gave me the thought of, what is the full moon? You're purging negativity. You're purging. You're ending the cycle. Ooh. Okay. Wow, this is embarrassing, but I need to do this. I realized that a way I got away with, like, the physical stimming as a kid was sports, like the stretching, because right now, what I need to do is I need to do this certain thing, where I need to do that, and I just realized, before every race, before I would get in the blocks, there was a little routine of, like, stretching that I would do that included that. And it, like, made me like, oh, I was like, oh, that's cute, like, that's kind of cute, because that was my, like, you know, my thing. And I love myself for that. I love that about me. That was so cute. I know I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. Like, I'm like, really, when I think about it, like, I'm like, oh, like, you know, I did the best I could. Like, I was figuring it out. You know, I was being me in little ways that I could. It's just no one knew. But that's okay. People can know now. Oh, I love the way this feels. So this is an amethyst snake. And it's got these little grooves on the top. Let me see if I can. You can see that. And so, like, when I rub my thumb on it, it just feels so good. I love it. I legit want to sit on the floor for this, but I don't have a spot good enough for that. Dude, these are chakra tattoos. Oh, those are so cute. I was gonna say, made my inner child happy, because I haven't been given one of these, like a temporary tattoo, in years. 20 years. Literally 20 years. And so I was like, oh, it makes my inner child happy, and then I realized, what was I just talking about? The stimming that I did as a kid that was, like, masked under sports, and, like, I'm, like, wholly present. Like, I'm thinking about me as a kid, and the quirks and the things that made me, I was a weird fucking kid. But I was also fucking cool. It used to be to where I would think of like me as a kid, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's cute, whatever. But the feelings I had towards it weren't as if it was me. It wasn't like as if I was like, oh, I love myself, that's so cute, I love me, I'm cute. It was as separate. It was like when I look at my kids. It was like I viewed my inner child as my kid. It wasn't me. So I didn't need to love and view myself that way, because I'm selfless, right? Because I'm the mom, I'm the parent. of this other child that is adorable and deserves all the love and care, and I'm gonna give it back. But my self-care doesn't matter. That's not, you know? And it's not like those were like cognitive thoughts that I like had that thought sentence in my head. No, it's just that when I'm putting it in words, that's exactly what it was, subconsciously. And just in the last 10 fucking minutes when I was talking about the stretches I did, and I was like, oh, it's cute, I love that for me. I was thinking of those childhood memories, and I was like, oh, I love that, that's so cute. And for the first time in my entire life, I am 29 years old. I thought of a childhood, I thought of memories of me as a kid, and the love that I felt was the love and the and like, oh, that's so precious and sweet, and I'm like giving an internal mind hug, like a little, you know, like I'm in my head, I'm embracing. Oh my gosh, embracing, yeah. But that actually was the perfect word to choose for that, because figuratively embracing that that like vision of that child that I'm feeling that way about, but like doing that and knowing it's me. And naturally feeling it towards me, because I'm feeling that way about this kid that I'm remembering, that I'm having memories of. And I'm like, oh, I love them so much. They're adorable. They were really, you know what? They were really fucking cool and really fucking tough and strong. Whoa, this is coming out of nowhere. I am so sorry. I'm not kidding you when I tell you that this is the first time in my in 29 years that I've, wow. I'm thinking about a memory that I know was me. It's my memory. I remember this as a kid, doing certain stims and being quirky. Buying the encyclopedia of the dog at like fucking 7, 8, 9, I don't know, and reading it front to back over and over and over again. Asking my mom to buy me poster board, those white poster boards you can get at Walmart, so that I could then copy the diagrams from the book onto poster board. Because I wanted to be a veterinarian. I would then take my dog, who was my best fucking friend, and I would role play that I was her doctor, and I would get Coban wrap, and I would pretend that I'm taking care of her, and I'd wrap her arm and different things, and we would always laugh because it was cute. It was like she knew we were acting, and she'd get super dramatic. The dog would get really like pretending, like it would seem like she was pretending like her leg was actually hurt. I have memories of sitting on the floor of my room playing solitaire with a deck of cards. Excuse the fuck out of me. I have 5 fucking kids. And not a day in their lives have any of them even cared about a goddamn deck of cards, let alone sat on the floor and played solitaire for 6 hours straight. And I'm thinking of myself doing that, and I'm like giggling, because like, that's so fucking cute. Whoa. Like, that's precious. I was not expecting any of this evening. It's 1:43 on September 14th. 143, I love you. 143, I love you. Is that Bobby Bracken's? Oh my gosh, that's probably a song I don't even know if I would have remembered, because that's from, like, high school. I used to be obsessed with Sacagawea. Because she was a fucking badass. And we had to do, like, a report on her, maybe, like, third grade, I want to say, 3rd grade. We had to pick, like, a person to do a biography on. And I picked Sacagawea, and we had to do, like, a presentation, and on the day of the presentation, I actually showed up, which, okay, don't come for me, and it was the early 2000s at this point. It wasn't gonna be something that was gonna make me look like a fucking horrible person, but I went dressed like Sacagawea, similarly, and had my hair in braids to look like her. And instead of just showing up with the poster board to do the report, to do the speech or whatever, the presentation for the class, I showed up with that to do the presentation as her. And when I think about in the context of autism, it's so fucking funny and adorable and fucking cute that I took it that serious. Like, I'm laughing at myself for that because that was embarrassing. Like, wow, that's, like, really that's really literal. But I think that's a positive trait. Like, that's fucking awesome to be that into something and dedicated to the job. In, like, 6th grade, Spirit Week, one of the days was, I think it was Disney Day. And I wore my sister's prom dress to school with a tiara. And I went as Sleeping Beauty because her dress was pink and poofy like that. I swear I didn't know I remembered that. It's been a long time since I've talked about alts on here. Because they don't front anymore, like, that's not, it's a different dynamic now. But just now, when I was thinking of that in middle school, in my head, I was like, aw, Tansy. But I meant it in a way of, like, knowing it was me, like, because it was me, but then I was like, oh, it's cute, because we used to call her Tansy. Like, what kid in 6th or 7th grade does that? Especially when you're supposed to be so worried about fitting in socially. That's fucking adorable. No, that's fucking awesome. And then what's weird, oh, that was weird, when I was thinking of this, I thought of a specific memory, but in the context of, like, Brandon, or, like, a little boy, sitting at the family computer in, like, fucking 2002, 2003, I would have been 7 or 8, and, configuring the desktop, and, like, can't even think of the word now, but, like, doing things to the files to maximize the computer's efficiency. I was 8. And it's weird, when I think of that, I think of it and I know it was in the context of a little boy. And I can picture, in my head, him. but it was like me, but it's weird because it's like, wow. I had a feeling that I belong. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. I suppose it's time to open this after I just talked for 20 minutes. I've noticed the last few days I've been really present and it's been really nice. Like, I've been noticing that I'm, like, unintentionally meditating. And it's odd, because in a way, it's a very similar, very, very close experience to the dissociation, like in DID, when it's an alt, or someone else fronting. It's so weird, because it's like, the only thing that makes them different is your level of understanding of it. If that makes sense. Your perspective of it. Does that make sense? Like, in those severe dissociative states, when there's someone else fronting the alt, that dissociative split feeling, that. In the last few days, I've experienced that. But not in that context. I've experienced that exact same, it's the exact same feeling and experience. Felt exactly the same, but in the context of, like, higher consciousness, like meditation. And I even told Steven on the phone yesterday, he called me and he's like, hey, what's up, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, nothing. I was like, it's weird, I just realized I was, like, unintentionally meditating, and I wasn't, like, doing that on purpose. It wasn't like I was like, okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to listen to this meditation. I'm giving myself time for it. No, it was just, I was giving myself time for it without purposely doing it. I was like, just, it was a part of my day. But the way that felt the exact same of how those alts feel. And the only distinction that makes them different is my understanding of what the consciousness was there. Holy shit. Guys. No, I'm not gonna say I'm fucking some special saint. But there's something really fucking special about what I just said. And my literal purpose on this earth is to share that. In my entire fucking head. Just like pinged, like really like horrible, like my entire like crown just itchy. Which if you watch my videos, you know I always mention that means that's like a confirmation, yeah, I'm gonna move on. So this one is Soda Light. Oh shit, did I fuck up?